This is my first video blog, but I feel that it's more effective than more conventional means of like writing or an actual blog, just because the spontaneity of a video blog is important. There's no revisions. I mean, obviously before the editing process, you're not going to be able to go and revise everything that I say and then go and do it again. I mean, you could do that with different takes, but it still wouldn't be the same as a regular video blog. But yeah, so this is my first one. Pretty pumped, pretty excited about it. I was debating on whether to actually do it or not, but I decided that it would be something fun to play around with. So just a couple things that I wanted to go over. Today was a great day. Got a good 5.5 hours of sleep, which is more than what I usually get. Was able to get all of my homework done for classes today, which was good. I don't think I missed anything. I still have to write an article for the paper that's due today, so I have to get that done. Another thing, I had the importance, let me rephrase that. What I wanted to go over was, first of all, adult learners and how they annoy me in classes. Now this isn't broad generalization as in all adult learners. It's just a trend that I've noticed that when you have someone who's substantially older than most of the people in your class, they tend to suck up to the teacher because the teacher can relate more to their age bracket. I've noticed that. It's been really annoying. I have a woman in my journalism class who, whenever the teacher says anything, because this specific woman, ironically, journalism class, this woman works at the DNC. She nods at everything the teacher says, like, yep, attentively, yeah, okay, we get it. You work for the DNC. You have a little bit of base and a little bit of knowledge and background in the DNC, and you're older, so you can relate with the professor. Great. We're happy for you. For the rest of us, while you're not kissing her ass, we'd like to learn what she actually has to say. So that was my little rant for that. I've noticed an a rising trend in the number of asshole drivers. Everyone puts their signal on too late. I don't know if it's Livingston County or this area of Western New York in general, but it pisses me off. So please, if you're a person that likes to drive 15 miles under the speed limit and never put on your signal until, a foot before you actually make the turn, please do me a favor and don't drive, because you make me late, you piss me off, and although I've never had an accident in my entire career of driving, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. It pisses me off. Let's see. I suppose the main topic that I wanted to cover today was the line that you're always hearing everyone say, don't judge a book by its cover. Obviously, that goes without saying, but it's even more important to be expressed because not only should you not judge someone firsthand and stereotype them, obviously you should have an open mind with everything, but when you start to get to know someone a little bit better, even then it's still not good to profile someone or judge. I say judge, but it feels like such a harsh word, but no, judge someone. Because I have a sociology professor whom I had kind of assumed might have been a little bit more strict and firm, which is true, but she's a very excellent professor. I had worried that since she is specialized in feminist theory, that our class would get maybe a skewed kind of view on sociology in general. I had the thought that since it was a sociology 101 class, that it would be very general, very easy, just the basics, cover a wide range of topics and not really go in depth on any. What she chooses to do is take the feminist theory look at each topic that we go over, which actually I was skeptical of at first, but now actually has panned out to be a very good way to look at things. Since I had worked very hard on a couple papers for her and received way below subpar grades, I had assumed that maybe I wasn't understanding it to the fullest, or maybe she just didn't agree with what I was saying, so she was giving me a harsh grade. It didn't turn out to be that way. It actually, because I felt like a jerk because I was upset about it, but I got a grade back today before we took our test, our first chapter test in the class, and before taking the exam, we actually got our second reflection paper back, and I got an A. And she said that she had written a little note on there, you know, kind of like the old teachers in the high school or elementary school would give you like little smileys or tell you that you made a good point or something like that. Well, she had written that my paper had improved greatly since the last one that I wrote. Made me feel like a jerk, made me need to step back and realize that you have to assess the situation. It wasn't that I wasn't understanding the material, it was that I was writing like shit, basically. But I suppose I fixed it, I cleaned it up. Often I try to cover a bunch of topics and don't really go in depth on any one, which was my downfall. So it kind of sounds like I'm talking in circles, but this time I was able to convey all of my points and be concise and detailed and thorough, and it turned out for the best. For the exam that I took, on the other hand, I probably bombed that. 15 multiple choice and choose 5 out of 7 short answer. Let's just say whatever I had studied, not even close to anything that was actually on there. But no, I thought that it was relevant and that I should make that point, and that, I mean, we're always ever changing. We never really know who we are, so it's really hard to make an assumption or a judgment on the people that are around you without actually knowing anything about them. I mean, if we're always changing and we don't know who we are, then how are we going to know who everyone else is? It's just, it's common sense. So I mean, get the facts, have an open mind. You shouldn't judge anyways. Well, I mean, what am I talking about? There should be no judging. It should be open-minded, free spirit. You know, learn about people. I love people. I love talking to people. I wish I talked to more people, but I hope to do that in the future with a little bit of maybe a different view on my attitude towards the world around me. And I hope that it'll pan out. But as for anything else, I'm just waiting. My good friend Ray Miles is home from Slippery Rock University on vacation. He's had a short vacation from Friday to Tuesday. So he drove home from Pennsylvania. It's been good to see him. I haven't seen him since he left for the summer. So we're going to hang out, order a pizza, sit around, watch some Monday Night Football, and carry on. So it's definitely good talking to you, and I hope to do some more of that in the future. Oh, and I have to apologize for my my little baby, Ambelina, the orange cat, jumping and being all in my business.